Okay, we're gonna learn how to do a pin curl. This particular pin curl that you're gonna do is called a stand-up pin curl. Your hair on your mannequin is so long that we really should be taking bigger sections and make the curl pretty big, because if you wind it up too small, it's going to be just like a roller. It's going to be too small for the length of the hair. So what you're going to do is you got to make sure the hair is pretty wet. You're going to go, I want these pin curls to be rolled back, so I have to over direct it. Wow. I want you to go and do a ribbon. And the way you do a ribbon is you just kind of put tension in the hair. I start the pin curl, and the size of the curl that I want to take is going to be based on the size of the section. So I'm going to take the circle, I'm going to make the size of the circle. I just end up putting the ends inside that circle, and I roll it all the way down to the base. Once I get it down to the base, I'm going to take my pin curl clip, and I'm just going to clip it right underneath there, and it should hold it. Now this other section, so I have two, I'm actually going to be able to put 4 in this one section. So I'm going to take this pin curl, I'm going to over direct it, I'm going to make my circle. Once I make my circle, I'm going to put the end inside the circle, and then I'm going to wind this down. And the thing that's nice, if you start on the outside, I can just take this clip and move it right over to the other pin curl. Now the big thing you got to make sure you watch out for with these curls is that you got to make sure your end is inside the circle. What's going to happen if your end sticks out of your pin curl? What's that going to do when it dries? It's going to be straight. Yep. Alright, so here I go again. The hair's going to stretch more when it's wet. Does anybody remember how much it stretches when the hair's wet? Hair stretches about 50% when it's wet. If it's dry, how much does it stretch? About 20. So I'm going to wind this down. I'm going to take my clip, I'm going to hold it in there, and then I'm going to take this very last section and I'm going to over direct it. I'm going to try to pull it pretty straight. Pull it as much as you can to try to get that tension in there. Then you're going to create your circle. You're going to tuck that end in. Now these are called stand-up pin curls. Why do you think they call them stand-up? Because they stand up. Right. All right. Now, when you go, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to put a row of these here, and you're probably going to be able to get 3 rows up top here. Okay? So you get 1 row here with 4. You're going to do another row here with 4 and another row, depending on how your 5-part works out. On the side, I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of pin curls. And I think what I'm going to have you do is take the side section and just section it right in half. And then you're going to section this in 3 different sections. So you got 1, and try to make them as equal as you can. That's not too equal. So we'll take a little bit out of here. So you're going to try to make them equal. All right, now I'm still trying to make this pin curl set so that I can comb the hair all the way back. So if I want this curl to go back, I'm going to over direct it over to this side. I'm still going to create tension. I'm going to create my circle. When you create your circle and you start winding this up, you got to be really careful you're not twisting this hair here. So you want to try to roll this up, and you're going to roll this pin curl all the way up on its base. when you get it rolled up on its base, you have to be really careful with how you put the pin curl clip in. You have to put it inside the circle. Why do you think it would be wrong to put this pin curl clip all the way over on the circle? Why would that be bad? It'll make an indent when you go to dry it, and you don't want to do that. So now, this is considered on base. That circle is directly on its base, on that square, okay? Now, it's actually called a no stem, okay? When you look at a pin curl, there's 3 parts of a pin curl. There's the base, there's the stem, and then there's the circle. So for this one, I'm going to roll this up. I'm going to make my circle. I'm going to tuck my end in. I'm going to wind this up, and this one's going to be what's called a half stem. So when I go to roll this up, you're only going to roll it up halfway up the base. Okay, so the circle doesn't go all the way up to the top of the base. It kind of lays a little bit half on and half off. Okay, so there's your no stem. There's your half stem. So now this one down here is going to be a full stem. And a full stem, where do you think I'm going to wind this up to? Well, compared to its base, where am I going to wind it up compared to its base? If this circle's on the base, this circle's half on and half off, and it's called a half stem. Where am I going to be winding this one up? Off. Right. So this one's going to be actually called a full stem. Okay, because your stem is fully showing. Okay, and you're still going to kind of clip this into the base and clip this here. So now that's hanging completely off its base. Got it?